Welcome to Fishin Magician TV with Dave Graybill, brought to you by Lyle's Boats and Motors, Hooked on Toys, Cooley Playland, Lake Bateras Inn, Gaboon Productions, Cascade Powder Coating, and Bob File Boats and Motors.
Well, this morning we're on Potholes Reservoir, standing right now here in the marina at MarDon Resort with Mark Olson of Mark Olson Guide Services, and we're going to be hitting the lake this morning in search of walleye. And from what I understand, Mark, the fishing's been pretty good.
Yeah, we're going to run up to Crab Creek this morning. They've been snapping for the last couple days, and last Friday we did real well. From the report I got, I haven't been here for a couple days, but they're still there, and there's some more bigger fish being caught up there, so we're going to head up there and give it a shot.
That's great. This spring, and many springs, the walleye bite comes on here on Potholes Reservoir, and it's a mecca for walleye anglers through all the western states, really. There's a big tournament every year here in early spring in May, and we're going to go out today and see what the walleye fishing's like on Potholes Reservoir. Well, we're just getting geared up. We're over here near the mouth of Crab Creek here on Potholes Reservoir, and Mark's going to be running. This is not an unusual method for a lot of the walleye waters here. We've got a 2-ounce bottom walker?
Yes.
Set up, and then it looks like about a 3-foot leader to one of Mark's favorites, which is a smile blade with just a couple of beads and a slow death hook. Now, you've heard us talk about slow death hooks before. Very effective method of rigging a night crawler, and we're going to get this wet and see how it works. And at some point I'm going to have Mark actually show you how to rig a crawler on that slow death hook, because it's something you'll want to know about if you're going to fish walleye in any of the waters here in central Washington.
Yeah, that's a nice one. 20 plus. It's like, see him down there?
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, Mark, that's good.
He was being a knucklehead there.
Yeah.
Oh, it might be a 20-incher.
Yeah, look at that.
All right, go ahead and just lay him in the boat there if you want.
That's a fish.
Nice one.
That's the way to start the day, Mark. Okay.
You guys want to keep any of these?
Oh yeah.
All right.
You betcha. Walleye don't go back, or I'm in trouble with my wife.
Oh yeah, another nice one. Cool. And there you go. Wow.
Just like that.
Another nice fish.
Oh, it is a fish.
A little deeper water, a little lighter colored fish.
Nice.
Those pole holder bites work.
Yep. That's the way to get them. See if I can remain erect.
Oh, he's not that big. Let's pull him in here.
It's gonna be close.
Oh, he's a keeper.
Oh yeah, he is.
Oh,
Of course he is.
14. What we do, Dave, is I just break the night crawler in half, like so.
Yeah.
And we thread that thing on. through the head.
Right to the tip of his nose, huh?
Right. Get him
And then-
on there right past the collar usually, and poke the hook back through, and slide the head of the nightcrawler up over the hook eye and the knot, and there he is. He'll spin perfect down there.
Okay, so there's just a little bit of a tail out though.
Yep.
Past the bend in the hook. So that hook's
Yep.
exposed, nice and exposed.
And they'll come up and grab that thing. A lot of times they'll just inhale it, and sometimes they'll nibble at it, but you're always going to have some nightcrawler on there, and they'll keep coming back usually until they take it.
Yeah. All right. Fish. He might make it.
Oh yeah. He's probably 13 and a half, 14.
Is that your walleye dance, Dave?
That's my walleye
Okay.
dance.
All right.
You want to flip that open there, and what I do is I just grab a hold of the hook and
Take him in. All right.
your nightcrawler's still good, man.
Oh,
with
now
little
all of a
fight
sudden
up.
he's looking good.
Oh, he might be a 16-incher maybe.
Oh, there he is, yeah. All right, another one. Oh, baby, this is great. Good job, Mark. Woohoo, I love it. Man. Oh, we're scrambling.
Look like a little better fish. Not bad.
Eric's got another one. Great. Right, that live well.
Nice hook set.
How about that, Eric? You like that?
I like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at that.
He's getting a little serious, isn't he?
There we go. Got him actually. Look at this guy.
Yeah, he loaded it up pretty good that time.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
What do you know? If they're suicidal, I've got a good chance of hooking. There we go. Another one in the bottom.
Decent fish.
Boy, the size is holding up good today. It's not
Yeah,
like last
not
time I was
bad.
out here when we had a lot of shorts.
Not bad.
These, now that was fun. Oh, you about the same. Just a aggressive little
Good
bugger.
keeper.
Yeah.
Good keeper.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a nice one. That's a nice looking fish there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a dandy. Nice one. Nice fish. That's a good one.
Man. Yeah, third fish on that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Decent one.
Oh yeah. Wouldn't try to knock him off like I did that first one.
Look at that hook set right in the lip.
Yeah.
That's what we like.
Beautiful. Another good one.
Oh, right in the upper jaw. Oh, like that last one.
Oh yeah. Nice keeper.
Nice eater. Nice eater.
Not that one, huh?
So can you give us a recap there, Mr. Graybill, on how long we've been fishing and how many we got in the box?
You know, I looked.
We got 11 or 12, I think, don't we?
Well, I think we got more than that.
I think we got more than that, and we haven't been out here 2 hours. You know, last time I looked at my watch, we had left the dock a little after 7:30, and it wasn't just past 8:30, and we already had at least a dozen in the box. We're putting more in. Like I said, you don't want to turn your back on your rod today because it's just been a great bite. Oh, there he goes.
Might be a perch.
Yeah. Well, Mark has shown us that he knows where to find them. He knows what to use to get them. And then tell us a little bit, Mark, about the rod and reel that you prefer to use out here.
Well, the rod I like to use is, this is probably my favorite rod right here. It's a 7'6". It's a fast action on the tip. It's kind of a medium action at the butt. And like I say, it's pretty sensitive. It handles these heavier bottom bouncers real well. I'd like a reel with a thumb bar to adjust your depth up and down just by tapping on the thumb bar. I spool almost exclusively with 10-pound mono, and then we'll run, like I say, a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader with a slow depth because it's a lot stiffer. You want a fairly stiff leader back here, so you don't want something that's too limp. It'll drop down to the bottom. And then make sure you use lots of swivels. These things like to spin in the water. That's what they do. And you want to make sure you got swivels everywhere, or you're going to get a lot of line twist. And keep your leader no longer than 36, 30 to 36. A lot of people go 24, but I like a little bit longer leader to get away from the bottom bouncer.
Right.
And that's about it. Drop that down and keep it at no more than a 45-degree angle, about like so. Even straight up and down is better than at too much angle, because you'll just be dragging everything on the bottom. You're just going to lose your gear. So that's a big thing to watch when using a bottom bouncer.
Right. Well, that's good. Yeah, and probably the reel systems, the drag is not as critical.
No, I've set my drags, and then I tell people not to mess with them. They're set up. If a fish, especially a big fish, if you get them up to the boat, a lot of times they come in easy, but they're going to take off. As soon as they see the boat, 100 times out of 100, they're going to take off again, and you don't want to be messing with your drag.
Exactly.
Let the drag do its job, reel the fish back in, and put them in the net.
That's great.
And we'll go back to fishing.
Yeah, let's get some more of these wallies.
Yeah, there's a pretty decent one here. Oh yeah. Nicer fish. Yeah.
Great. Hot dog. In the box.
Yeah, that's the kind of hooks that we like too, right in the roof of the mouth.
Let me get it.
Get him?
Yeah. Wanted to leave it in the holster so that that camera would pick up the bite, which was to my benefit.
Jeez. Geez, Marcus, you see the back of your shirt.
Oh, I'm sure I'm covered. Yeah, walleye. Nice one. Nice one. There's a nice one.
All right.
Much bigger.
That's a real good one.
Nice.
Come on, open your mouth.
Well, Mark, I can't tell you what a pleasure this has been. This is the best walleye fishing I've ever experienced, really.
Well, I had a lot of fun fishing with you guys, and the walleye bite, it's on. It's on over here at Potholes, and it just doesn't get much better than this.
No.
And I'm really glad you guys decided to come out and do this. It's been a really fun experience.
Well, and today too, one of the differences from my last trip out here, which was another fabulous day of fishing, as Mark says, the bite is on at Potholes this spring. But today, we only had one throwback.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just incredible, the size. We didn't catch anything, one fish under 12 inches.
No, and I think our average for the 3 limits we got is probably 1 3/4 to 2 pounds. These are really nice size fish.
Just
perfect eating
quality
size.
fish. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's just great time.
under 2.5 hours, we had more than enough in the live well. That was pretty fancy fishing. And Mark, you knew where to find them, when to find them. Everywhere we went, we were into fish all the time. It's just a great day on Potholes Reservoir. And if you want to have a great experience fishing for walleye and potholes, get a hold of Mark Olson. And the best way to do that, Mark, would be?
Is you can go to my website at markolsonguideservice.com, and that has my phone number and my email address on my webpage.
That's
So,
perfect, and he's always responsive whenever I call Mark, he's either there or gets right back to me. If you want to have a great day, probably one of the best walleye experiences you'll ever had, get a hold of Mark right now, because, man, this is great fishing. But I should say, for future, there's a lot of juveniles
yes,
this year.
Yes.
It looks like Potholes is on a significant rebound.
Yes.
Not only just the walleye fishing, but we're seeing a lot of beautiful perch, crappie, and other bait fish. Potholes is entering its prime, another prime, it seems to me.
Yes, it is. The future looks nothing but bright for this lake. I mean, it's a walleye factory. The effort the Mesebergs have put in with all the habitat they've put in this lake, all the bait fish are coming back. The perch are getting big, the crappies are getting big and more numerous. Is the sky's the limit. I mean, this is just one of the crown jewels of the Northwest.
It is, and I'm glad you mentioned that. It's something I wanted to talk about. Is there's been an ongoing habitat program that the Mesebergs have really spearheaded, and what they're doing is they're sinking PVC pipe cages lined with kind of a mesh that doesn't break down in the water, so that these smaller fish have a place to spawn and get to a size to avoid the predators. That's why we're seeing the rebound in the crappie and larger perch and things like that. I've seen video where there's just clouds of perch now that you can find here at Potholes. So everything's looking up, and we got to thank the Mesebergs for that habitat project, because we're all enjoying the benefits right now.
Yes, we are. We're all going to enjoy it for a long time to come, too.
Exactly. Hey, I wanted to thank Mike for taking good care of us. Myself and Eric Granstrom, who's behind the camera today. We got to stay one of their cabin units over here at the resort, and it was beautiful. I mean, that I didn't feel like I was going fishing. It was really very nice, comfortable place to stay right on the shores of Pothole Reservoir. One of the busiest spots in Central Washington is the tackle store at MarDon Resort. And as you can see why, I mean, it's just stuffed with everything you need. But I'm with Mike Meseberg, owner of MarDon Resort. This has been a family affair for decades here on the shores of Potholes Reservoir. And I wanted to first of all thank Mike for putting us up for our TV show that we did today, and also want to make a point of thanking you for the efforts that you've put into Potholes Reservoir with your rehab project and putting all of these great shelters in the lake. And you've been doing that for how many years now?
Well, we started proving in June of 2005, David, and we've been able to continue to prove even in these economic stressful periods of time with a lot of events that we orchestrate. And as an example, this weekend we're going to have the Rod Meseberg Spring Walleye Classic for year 214, and the net monies after the cost of providing the event and paying winning fishers 80% of their entrance fees will be used to buy components for volunteers to assemble to make fishing better on Potholes Reservoir. At this time, we have 1,522 habitat boxes in Potholes Reservoir, and those have been a sanctuary for new first and second year fish to find a place to live and grow. And with the predator base that's available here in central eastern Washington, not only the fish predators but the avian predators, they are very necessary to continue this fishing at a positive level for decades to come.
And we are really seeing the benefits of those efforts now. We're seeing a lot of juvenile walleye, of course, but also the other spiny rays are on a tremendous rebound in the reservoir. It's just wonderful to see the perch coming back and the crappie. And those are just great fish to have for families to enjoy.
Oh yes.
And it just, the walleye fishing is just taking a sharp turn for the better, hasn't it, Mike?
We've been blessed now in the beginning of May to have already experienced 9 weeks of limit level walleye catching. And the thing that's been so exciting is this year we also hosted the Potholes Bass Club's Potholes Open Bass Fishing Tournament for the 35th year. And this year the winning team set the bar at a new level with 12 fish at 53.08 pounds, and we saw the largest string of 6 smallmouth in a bass tournament we've ever seen, with a weight of 28.5 in 6 smallmouth. And we had a delightful young man from Moses Lake that was new in bass tournament activity, and he caught a 6.73 smallmouth. And if you get a smallmouth over 4 pounds, you're hooking onto a tugger, but to get one that big, it's a challenge. So with the new event of several different age classes of perch, of crappie, of bluegill, and the very, very obvious age class representation of the walleye in Potholes Reservoir, I think we have a fishery that we can look forward to enjoying for decades to come.
Absolutely. And Mike, again, thanks for putting this up, and especially for the effort that you've sustained and the rehab of Potholes Reservoir. Every angler enjoys the benefit of that, and thank you so much.
Oh, it's been our family's pleasure, and we have a vast group of partners that have been involved in very obvious ways and very covert ways, ranging from our volunteer work parties to the financial contributions that have come from every quarter of this part of the Northwest, and from fishing tackle manufacturers that sell bass, crappie, bluegill, walleye tackle from all over the United States of America. So we're really happy because 45% of all recreational fishing in the United States, warm water fishing, has disappeared in the last 15 years because of habitat deterioration. So by being proactive, starting in June of 2005, fortunately we've been able to begin a reestablishing of these fisheries, as many of our good friends that are in their 70s remember in the 50s and 60s. It'll never be that good again, but we're on a good trail with a nice ride on the way.
That's right.
And the thing I really enjoy is being with the Fishin Magician, who we've known for years, and David's always been one of my most favorite individuals to discuss the simple things as, how's the fishing?
Thank you, Mike. It's sure good to see you.
Thank you, David.
Thanks for watching Fishin Magician TV with Dave Graybill. Brought to you by Bob File Boats and Motors, Cascade Powder Coating, Gaboon Productions, Lake Pateras Motor Inn, Cooley Playland, Hooked on Toys, and Lyle's Boats and Motors.